Good evening and welcome to the war, the information war. I'm DLAKE for PREZ. Tonight, so far, no blood or gunfire yet. At the Draw Mohammed cartoon contest going on in Arizona right now. And, it's sort of a reaction to the Pamela Geller Draw Mohammed cartoon contest that happened in Garland, Texas, where Elton Simpson and his roommate, something Sufi, Nadir Sufi, something like that. They traveled from Phoenix, Arizona to Garland, Texas to try to shoot up the whole place. And a off-duty traffic cop thought he would just show up. His wife was like, "I made you breakfast." He's like, "Sorry, babe, gotta go. Got a bad feeling today." And when those two ISIS claimed the attack, those two Muslims that were radicalized violent extremists, believing that drawing a picture of Muhammad is, blasphemous and against the word of Allah and against the Holy Quran and Islam and all that. So they thought their best course of action was to drive to Garland, Texas to shoot up the place. But like I said, they were shot dead, if you remember that report from just a couple weeks ago. And now a new guy is doing a rally. And why don't we play some live breaking news? This was posted on ABC 15 about 30 minutes ago. Took me a few minutes to set up, maybe 40 minutes ago. Here we go.
On edge and law enforcement on high alert right now with an anti-Islam
What do you
rally
think?
Now underway at a Phoenix mosque.
This is a live look right now with the Islamic community.
Okay, it's a live look that's about 40 minutes old now. But I'm here with number 5 in studio with live vocal reactions on TMS radio. Here we go.
Center near the I-17 in northern.
What do you
As
think,
can
bro?
See, hundreds of people are there for this so-called freedom of speech rally, and we have live team coverage beginning with ABC 15.
You don't have any feelings yet?
I mean, I don't have anything against anybody's religion, Judaism, Buddhism, Christianity, Muslims, whatever. But
Right.
then again, I don't care about anybody's religion.
We talked about this the other day, and you know what? I'm the same way, bro, because I'm like a fucking...
As far as
They're like, D-Lake, are you Christian? Are you Christian? We're going to cut your head off. Will you become Islamist and we won't cut your head off? I'm like, look, I don't want to be Islamist or Christian. I just want to be a leave me alone. I want leave me the fuck alone to be my religion. How do you feel about that? If my religion was leave me the fuck alone.
My religion is leave me the fuck alone.
Don't draw pictures of me. Fucking goats.
Is Mary Ellen Resendez, and Mary Ellen, how are things on the ground where you are?
You know, it switches between extremely tense and intense, and it does get quite a bit scary out here.
Fuck me in the pussy!
I wanted to show you what we have. This is sort of the what they call the counter protesters coming from the Love Rally and a couple of different groups. We've got a lot of religions merging here, all asking that everybody live peacefully together, love your neighbor. But even these peaceful protesters are getting heated. They are upset that the other side has brought guns to this rally, some of them yelling that they're not afraid of the guns. And I just want to show you how tense it is. Our police line here is almost getting lost between the crowd as these officers are really trying to hold both of these sides back. I do understand the organizer of the Freedom Rally is on site right now, and we do have a crew that is talking with him, and so we're going to have that for you later on. Stephanie?
All right, Mary Ellen, thank you. And that organizer is a former Marine, and he believes that Islam does not belong in the United States. In fact, he says that something had to be done because he doesn't want Islam spreading in the U.S. So that's part of the reason why he decided to organize this rally.
Okay, and so
who was he to say what religions belong in the United States or not?
Yeah, who is he to say? But I mean, that's what I'm saying. This guy, his picture, some guy I'm just aware of today. He's all on my Facebook and on Drudge Report. That's refreshing, with a picture of him holding up an American flag and a shirt that's blurred out at the top because it says the F word, Islam. It says F Islam on his shirt. So, I mean, that's what he's claiming and proclaiming. And, like, the same, I mean, it seems so soon after the Geller incident that he's like, let's incite him again. And to my knowledge, this event is taking place in front of a mosque in Arizona that supposedly Elton Simpson and Mr. Sufi attended. Now, when I say, reportedly, it's reported by the FBI. The same guys that knew these guys might attend the thing and warned of an attack. And I mean, did the sheriff, the anonymous hero sheriff that shot them both dead in the head? I mean, what's that guy's name? Why don't you tweet and text in the comments? I thought he wanted to remain anonymous. I mean, was that Jack Bauer? And he's all, oh, yeah, I just kill motherfuckers. Yo, thug life. That's how I do it. What? Yeah. He wasn't tipped off in any way by the FBI or any other stuff like that. No. Islamists, but the ISIS, they promised bloodshed. They said, we will kill the gentleman, a former U.S. Marine, who has organized a Prophet Muhammad cartoon contest in Phoenix, similar to the one held this month in Garland, Texas, where 2 ISIS sympathizers opened fire before being shot and killed. Protesters clashed Friday evening. It's Friday evening. Tonight, earlier this evening, about 50 minutes ago, it's been going on all night. After former U.S. Marine, and I saw his name earlier, and ISIS posted his address. They're like, yeah, we want you to know where this, what do they call him, a Kufa? I don't know. Kufa, or, like a fucking Goyam, or a fucking, no, not, like an infidel, like a motherfucker that's, like, against their religion. It's like, seriously, I have to learn all these new terms now in 2015. I mean, I remember back in the day I had to learn taco, enchilada, quesadilla, and now the Mexicans are taking over. You know what I'm saying? Glenn Beck was posting a thing on his page today that was like a sign in Spanish. It said no parking in Spanish, but it was in Spanish. So he's like, can I park my car here and take a picture? Will I get towed? I don't know what this means. He didn't know what it meant. So Glenn Beck does not speak Spanish. Okay, great. Well, I had to take a couple years of Spanish and all that crap. Didn't we all? Okay, here's some pictures from the protest. A few of the well-armed people. So, the gentleman that put on this protest said, I mean, he's reacting to what happened in Garland, Texas. And that's a point that I wanted to bring up with you in a second, number 5. But what he said is that he wanted everyone attending, suggested that they open carry or be armed, because even what a former Navy SEAL said after the event in Garland, Texas was, these gentlemen showed up to protest something that was against, or what they felt was, something that was protected by the First Amendment. They might have felt, it was against them, but it was protected by the First Amendment. And then they were quickly introduced to the Second Amendment. And that's something similar to what the gentleman that put on, this former U.S. Marine that put on this event, said, is that, we're upholding the First Amendment. And if you want to come F with the First Amendment, then you will be quickly introduced to the Second Amendment, which is the right to bear arms. Yeah, that doesn't mean everyone's going to get shot. It's just going to be like, I'll introduce you to my little friend. Now, I don't know how you feel about that part, but what I wanted to get into was, do you think that it's wrong to draw pictures of Muhammad or do artwork and pictures and stuff? Do you think it's wrong to bear arms? Do you feel that that right should be infringed? Look at these people. Who are these people? Who's this lady? I don't know. She lives 2 blocks from the mosque rally. She didn't know about it. She was worried about the 1% chance that things could get weird. There's always a 1% chance that things will get weird. But I think in Regina's case, there's probably about a 20% chance that things will get weird. Okay, continuing. No, I had a great point. Something I wanted to bring up with you, Five. Like, just tell me real quick how you feel about all this, what I'm talking about. He doesn't want to be interviewed. I have to do all the talking. It's like a 3-hour radio show and like
3-hour radio show.
yeah. No, it's gonna be like a 20-minute video, but could you fan me a little bit? I have a fan going, it's cool. We're on audio only tonight, covering the police standing between protesters at Phoenix Mosque. Growing crowd outside the Phoenix Mosque with vocal anti-Muslim group. Now again, tonight's headline is no blood or gunfire yet. And I wanted to make that point clear, that so far there's no, you know what I'm saying? There's no blood, gunfire in any way. But a lot of people will say that this former U.S. Marine, they'll say, like they demonized Pamela Geller for wearing a skirt that was too short or something, you know? They don't like the way she dresses. They don't like the way she has cartoon contests. They don't like the way she talks. They don't like the way she looks. They have all kinds of fucking problems with Pamela Geller because she's going to have a draw the Prophet Muhammad. Anyways, they tried to fucking kill her. They were shot dead. And how do you feel about it?
This just happened in Phoenix?
I'm saying, dude, 2 weeks ago in Garland, Texas, when Elton Simpson and Mr. Snafu or Mr. Sufi, they traveled from Arizona to Garland, Texas in an attempt to assassinate Pamela Geller and everyone that was there at this Draw the Prophet Muhammad cartoon contest. But as soon as they opened fire, shot a guard in the heel, like to him, it's a terrorist attack, you know. But an undercover cop who had some kind of knowledge, and whatever kind of knowledge the fucking FBI had about these 2 individuals that they put out a warning about, you know, but couldn't follow up on their fucking Twitter, the cop shot those 2 guys dead. Dead.
The cop knew that. So he was just right there at the right time?
He was there at the right time, right place, right time. But the reason he's remaining anonymous, but the reason that it was reported that he said he was there is because he just had a fucking feeling.
Which is horseshit.
Like that, is that horseshit? What is he? John McClane? It was his day off, and he just like, babe, I gotta go into work. I got a bad feeling.
He just wanted to hang out and see if something went down, and it did, and he shot him.
Shit went down, and he was there, and it happened, and Islamists tonight. Look, live on tonight's show, we're just going, sort of radio, sort of screen share kind of thing. Like, I'm in no mood to, it's too dark in here for you to see me anyways. But Islamists promise blood. Oh, we're refreshing. Is there any blood yet? Is there any? Nope, still the same headline. They promise blood at Phoenix Draw Muhammad contest. We clicked into the link. We watched the video.
The other reason is the fact that it was in response to similar events in Texas, which sparked gunfire and killed 2 gunmen who were both from Phoenix. So cameras have been installed on the light posts there, as police also continue to monitor that situation on the ground, keeping these 2 groups from, fighting each other essentially, Steve.
Okay.
They're trying to get them to not engage one another. That's where the real fear is, that people will start to fight.
Thank you, Steve. Yeah. Thank you, Steve.
People are carrying weapons there at this point, and then it will become violent. That's what Phoenix police are ultimately
practicing their First Amendment. You know, I mean,
they're exercising their freedom of speech, exercising their First Amendment rights. But
okay, First Amendment, Second Amendment,
as it has in other places because of the heated words exchange. Let's go to Navita Fergani now, also on the ground, monitoring the situation there as well.
you just sort of saved yourself right there at the end there, Kevbo.
Yeah, Steve, I can tell you right now, police bringing out actual barricades to separate the crowds. They are trying to keep them separated, but the emotions are so high. You can see the anger on people's eyes on both sides. People who are part
Even that guy with sunglasses, you can see the anger on his eyes.
People on the other side of the street trying to voice their concerns and their feelings.
I see people of multicultural. Yes. See a lot of different looking people.
I've been told that the organizer arrived a few minutes ago.
I've been told, thank you for stirring up the race war. Thank you for stirring up the Islam. Yeah, thank you.
All right, Navita, thank you. And actually, just moments ago, the organizer who we thought might go into hiding today was actually out in plain sight with these rally cries at the park just before everybody moved on to that protest we've been showing you. Let's take a listen to what he had to say.
Keep it in your
before this guy goes to his rant, just want to remind you back in 2010, like 5 years ago, South Park, the creators had a draw Mohammed contest after their cartoon was banned. But, you know, whatever, you know, we have to revitalize all these issues so that we create separation and division in the society of America so that, you know, like Christians will be against war, against, you know, the Muslims and the radicalized. Look, we have laws that prevent people from getting harmed by violent extremism. You can do whatever you want as long as it doesn't harm me. If it harms me, then we're going to have a problem. Thank you. I'm DLAKE for PREZ.
Your house. Don't come over and infringe on my rights or any other American's rights in this country.
That's all he's saying. That's all I'm
Another
saying.
live look from Air 15 as we continue to monitor this rally. We do know that the organizer, John Ritzheimer, who we just heard from.
Okay, that's his name, John Ritzheimer. And ISIS posted his address today. And they're threatening that gentleman that was just exercising his First Amendment right to freedom of speech in the United States of America. And number 5, how do you feel about it? Sorry, bro. I don't want to turn this into an interview, but I mean, it's been a long time, and I'm just asking one simple question. I mean, like, do you think this guy is in the right or in the wrong? I mean, do you think what he's doing is crazy?
He's an American soldier. He's fought probably in Afghanistan and Iraq, I guess. So
he's opinionated. Do you want to just go on record and say that your opinion is that this gentleman is opinionated? I think that's a fair enough statement, right? He has his own opinions, right? We all do, right?
He's exercising his right to free speech, letting people know.
Free speech, and he shows up with his Second Amendment right to bear his arms, and he's just there, and he's like, hey, let's draw some fucking cartoons of the Prophet Muhammad just for fun because we're told that we shouldn't do that. And the last time that we did in Garland, Texas, we drew out some Islam. It's like, well, that's what I wanted to get to. What would be this? Let's play just a little bit more. But what would be the success of a campaign or operation of this nature? Is it a success if it goes off peacefully, or a success if it goes off with a fucking attack, bloodshed, and gunfire? Which is why tonight's show is called No Bloodshed or Gunfire Yet at the Draw Muhammad cartoon contest, and I hope that there won't be any. But I mean, if there is, I mean, who's going to be to blame? You know, I mean, it's stupid to I don't know. I was like, let's just go live. Are these all just dumb, ridiculous questions? Am I someone that doesn't really know what I'm talking about, or I just know too much about what I'm talking about that it's hard for me to communicate exactly what I'm trying to say? That's a good question.
He had suggested that he wanted this to be a peaceful rally, but he also said, let's also not only recognize our First Amendment rights, but also our Second Amendment rights. He asked people to bring guns to the rally.
Oh, I just said all that, dude. I feel really good. I had it before this bitch just said it. Thank you. You were here, 5. I didn't watch the whole. Thank you. Live. This is live. The show's live. Do you like the press?
In case those First Amendment rights came under attack. And Steve, what's really upsetting about this situation is that this event comes at a time when Muslims here in the Valley say they're scared. In fact, recently, the mosques in Phoenix, they've been receiving threatening letters and very specific threats about a massacre of the entire organization. Police, of course, looking into that as they are right now on the ground trying to keep this protest as peaceful as they can so that violence does not break out.
And keep in mind, we're streaming all of this on abc15.com and ABC15 mobile for you as well. We're also live blogging on what's happening.
Yes, thank you.
If you want to keep up with that, as well as watching ABC15 News at 6. Let's take a
Yeah. No, that's great. I was trying to go to an applause sound effect for ABC 15, but whatever.
Help us fight heart disease with Rally for Red.
No, thank you.
Sign up for our newsletter at abc15.com/Rally for Red. Rally for Red, a partnership between
Thank you, Rally for Red. Fucking up the show. Dude, I'm a one-man production right here. Oh, there she goes again. Close page. Dude, we got everything we need out of that page. Thank you. Jeez. Oh, this weekend, Rand Paul seeks a spying showdown in Sunday's Senate meeting. Look, Rand Paul, everyone's going to roll their eyes and go home, and you're not going to get anything done. And Google wants to turn your clothes into a computer. Oh, that's cool. Google solar drone crashes during tests, and Google Cardboard, and Google your mom. And they discontinued the Glass. Did you hear that?
Eyeglasses.
The Google Glass is no more. They said it was a stupid idea, and now they want to put cardboard on your face. And a Christian beheaded a jihadist in a revenge killing over there in Syria. The Christian, got a hold of some guy in his, city that used to be his, and they found out he was ISIS. And then he cut his head off because all the ISIS guys were cutting all the Christian heads off. So that's how he's got his revenge. And I think maybe perhaps that U.S. Marine might have been trying to stir up some head chopping or some heads getting cut off. And tonight's report's called No Blood or Gunfire yet at the Draw Muhammad contest, and I have a feeling that we won't see any. I'm going to stay on the news tonight, keep my eyes open. 5, what do you think? Any closing comments? Let's just keep our eyes open, and if we see any bloodshed or gunfire, I should probably go live again, right? Don't you think?
Sure.
I mean, if there is bloodshed or gunfire, not action, but I don't want to hype it up, make it sound good. Hey, if Arnold Schwarzenegger or Sylvester Stallone shows up, don't you? Or one of their Moroccan Muhammad enemies shows up, trying to do a Hassan chop on somebody's neck. Look, if there's any bloodshed of any kind or any gunfire of any kind there in Arizona, where in front of the mosque that supposedly Elton Simpson and Snafu fucking attended, and there's a bunch of bikers just after the bikers had that whole, the thing with all the bikers. Yeah. So this Marine got a bunch of bikers out there, but look, I don't want to discount bikers plus Marines. Do you? Look, I don't want to fuck with bikers plus Marines. Because a bunch of bikers and a bunch of ex-Marines, that sounds like some serious motherfuckers right there, right? I mean, some serious guys, right? I mean, a serious combination of individuals, wouldn't you say? I would think. Bikers plus ex-Marines. Look, the Marines are the ones. Do you guys Go back and look up the origin of the United States Marines. They were driving the Barbary pirates back to the shores of Tripoli. You know what I'm talking about? The Barbary pirates back to the shores of Tripoli. Do you know what I'm talking about? Do you know what I'm saying? The Barbary pirates. You know those. Look, I'm like Savage. I'm like, look, I don't know how far I want to go into histrionics. Well, whatever. My phone is frozen on Michael Savage history thanks to Google and YouTube. And I'm blaming the Drudge Report, your mom, and the kitchen sink. That just made whoever was watching leave. So goodbye. I hate you. Don't ever watch my show again. No, I'm just kidding. Please check out tomorrow's show on Saturday. It'll be on the Media Speaks DOT.com on YouTube, the MediaSpeaks.com on YouTube, with myself, Kyle Phillips, Sam IB DeGangi. Number 5 might sit in. We're going to have a very special guest, Chris Chappell, puppet master, puppeteer extraordinaire. Chris Chappell will be on. I'm hoping. I mean, he said he's ready. He's got the equipment. I think I'm going to have him on the show tomorrow. I'm really excited. I think this is going to happen. You know, I booked the guests. I set up the live recording. Tonight, I didn't want to, show my face on video. I thought we could just do an audio show. You can just listen in. Sorry, the screen share has just been, the cover of Drudge Report, but it does refresh, So if something new happened, if there was blood, I think we would know, right? But everyone, please check out the live show tomorrow on themediaspeaks.com on YouTube with our special guest, Chris Chappell, if everything goes according to plan. DLAKE for PREZ, themediaspeaks.com, my special guest number 5. Everyone have a great night. Assalamu alaikum. Alaikum assalam. They're like, you should have said that at the beginning of the conversation. Like a welcome. But like aloha means hello and goodbye, right? So aloha, aloha. DLAKE for PREZ, number 5.